What is up, POW fam? Welcome to day 46 of Countdown to FIDE 100. My name is Paul Emmanuel Habaradas, aka Paul POW. We're now about to close out the decade 60s. Which is crazy. Last April, we just started on decade 20s. Now we've finished decade 20s, we finished decade 30s, we finished decade 40s, we finished decade 50s, and now we are almost about to finish decade 60s. Tomorrow we're now on decade 70s. Wow, that is crazy. We've done like 46. This is the 46th one. Now let's take a look between the current world champion in the year 1969. I can guess. I don't think if he's the world champion in 1969, but I don't know. The world champion Boris Spassky, and Tigran Petrosian. And as much exciting as it is, this game became the 1969 game of the year, is the world championship match once again by Boris Spassky and Tigran Petrosian. Alright, let's take a look. The game starts with e4, and Tigran goes with a Sicilian with c5, and a knight f3, d6, d4, c takes, knight f6, knight c3, a6, bishop g5, knight bd7, bishop c4, queen a5, queen d2, h6, and an exchange, queenside castle, e6, rook he1, bishop e7, f4, castles, and bishop e3. Now we're in probably some sort of a middle game, but that is a lot of stuff happening here in this match. Yeah, I think, but the engine says better is king b1, and then wow, now we're having a bit of a problem again, just like what happened yesterday. So we're gonna find out. Oops. There's a threat with queen c7, but the variation says queen c5, bishop b3, a5. I don't know what's going on there. e5, d takes, rook takes, queen b6. Let's see if the computer can handle this. It's gonna load forever. Wow, I can't believe it. No, it doesn't. So a3, a5, it's a5. What? I was so wrong. Wow. So it's B. You know, we're having tons of problems here. Give me a break. Yeah, I know. So the continuation is bishop b3. Actually, it's b5, and then oh gosh, here goes. It's a3 and a5, and we're having a bit of a problem. Back to the game. There's a3, a5, and then e5, d takes, rook takes, queen b6, and yeah, the white's position will be in a slight advantage. There's rook b5 threatening here, so it's gonna take it. Queen c7 and so on. Going back to bishop b3, there's rook e8. I don't know why it's happening. Stop! It's being unresponsive. Right, there's rook e8, but in the variation there's knight b7, king b1, knight c5, knight d5, sacrificing. Interesting if you could take it. I don't know what's going to happen, but there's queen right there, so his plan is to if he takes it, there's a free queen. So be aware of that. So there's bishop e8, knight e7. It's like a gambit. If he takes it, lose a queen. King h8, knight takes c8, and they exchange. There. Which is seems far interesting. You can go knight here. And probably g5 and all this stuff. That could work. Back to rook e8, there's king b1 and bishop f8. Alright, interesting enough, but the better one is knight d7, f5, knight c5, rook f1, king h7, f takes. No. F takes e6, queen e2, knight takes b3, and the position gets to be equal. I guess you can go a here, but that's a double pawn, which is a problem. Back to bishop f8, there's g4, okay. Seems interesting enough. Now this pieces are now trying to take over the center square. But white would be in a slight advantage after a3, e5, knight f3, a takes, queen takes, bishop e6, bishop, rook, knight, and so on. And probably you can go rook here. That could work. Back to knight g4. There's knight takes g4, queen g2, knight f6, rook g1, bishop d7. Okay, seems interesting enough, but it says the better is rook e7, knight de2, d5. Oh gosh. Yeah. Okay, d5, e takes, f5, queen c5, rook g f1, and d4, and white's position. And the position would be equal, but it's not good to go queen c6 despite its pin because of check, because there's the knight taking here. So back to bishop d7, there's f5, and Tigran Petrosian just mistaken with king h8. Oh my goodness. What a horrible move. But not horrible, but I don't want to insult. So back there's queen e5, f takes bishop, bishop f, queen, king, and knight de2. And white's position will be in a slight advantage after all. Back to king h8, there's rook df1, so white will have a slight advantage. And queen d8, another mistake. It just goes downhill. There's queen e5, and it's a good. So f takes bishop, and then bishop takes, f takes, knight f3, queen h5, knight to e2, and e5. White's position will be in a slight advantage, so far. But with queen d8, f takes e6 makes white in a better position. And there's f takes e6, e5, d takes, knight e4, knight h5, queen g6, and I think it's a blunder, but it just starts to go downhill with e takes d4. I don't know what's going on about e takes d4, but it could be better with knight f4, rook takes, e takes, knight f3, queen to b6, rook d1, bishop e7, knight e5, rook f8, but that makes white winning. I don't know, but tons of variations. And finally, with this knight g5, Tigran resigned because when there's queen takes, there's no choice. If it goes rook takes, knight f6, rook takes again, bishop e7, rook g1, rook... Oh. Rook a? I was confused. Wait. Knight g5, rook, queen takes, rook takes, knight f6, rook takes f6, rook e7 rather. Okay, rook e7, rook g1, rook a e8, rook f4, and e5. So it's absolutely winning here. Let's just say oh. So rook here probably, but that's over. But it's over now. So let's take a look. If he takes it, there's queen, king, queen again, probably king here, rook, and it's over, checkmate. Wow, that is crazy. Alright. This crazy game made eventually Boris Spassky, I think, emerge victorious and remain the world champions, I think. I'm not quite sure if I'm correct, but I need to check out. And then that closes out the decade 60s. Nice. Yes, we finally closed out the decade 60s. Tomorrow we're starting the decade 70s, the 6th calendar decade of FIDE. Alright, that should be it for today. Thank you so much for watching, POW fam. Be sure to subscribe and become a Patreon member at patreon.com/PaulPower. Also subscribe to my vlog channel, POW Vlogs. Follow me on Twitch, Paul Habaradas, X Paul Habaradas, TikTok Paul Habaradas, Instagram Paul Power YT, Threads Paul Power YT, as well as Facebook Paul Power YT, and join the Discord community as well and get 20% off when you buy any plan on Chessmood. Creating an account is free as usual. But yeah, that should be it. We'll see you tomorrow for a countdown to FIDE 100.